My name is Isaac Thatcher, and back in May of 2022 I moved to Oipe, New Hampshire. It was easily the greatest thing I had ever done. There are no words that could explain just how zombified I'd been for the first 22 years of my life, how it felt sitting across from the Salem State Recruiter in Peabody High School's library, and how thrilled they were to tell me I'd gotten in. What made it worse was how they dialed up their enthusiasm while I sat there without any. Their smile almost felt carnivorous while I dreaded the idea of another 4 years in Massachusetts. Sure, Massachusetts used to be something once, but it hanged everyone who might have made it a little cooler, and I couldn't afford to live in Hammond Castle. I just couldn't picture a happy future for myself there. My guidance counselor's confusion when she learned I wasn't planning to go to college still sticks with me. I had chosen to sacrifice my education to work. 4 years of it, since graduating in 2018 with an average GPA of 2.5, or 2.46 if you want to be specific. I worked. I sucked it up and worked in public works departments, saving up while Massachusetts seemed to suck my soul right out of my mouth, pulling it like taffy out of my stomach and up my throat. I felt this every time I drove past the grungy apartment complexes in Lynn. Every time I went through Linfield and saw houses just a little too close to mansions. Or every time I saw structures in Lynn just waiting to turn gray. Massachusetts reminded me too much of being in school. I hated homework. I learned nothing useful for actual adulthood, yet was forced to waste my youth writing persuasive essays on things I couldn't care less about. I hated the dread of Sunday nights. And so, the idea of Salem State wanting to latch on to me, not only to suck out my soul but also thousands of dollars in tuition, depressed me deeply. Yes, I blame the public school system for taking what was once a unique state and making it soulless. What better way to kill a child's love for reading than by forcing them to read something and then write about it and analyze it? What better way to destroy a child's sense of wonder than to tell them what to wonder about? What better way to deface a state with Salem, Plymouth, and Gloucester than to replace Puritan and colonial architecture with brick blocks, grungy buildings, and neighborhoods where even plants don't want to grow? But we can't completely blame those who designed downtown Lynn or places like it. They too graduated from Massachusetts public schools, and they too had their love for reading and wonder revoked, destroyed, and twisted. Why did I want to leave the most historic state in the country? The one known for its foliage, pumpkins, and seaside towns. The state where Jaws was filmed, where the revolution literally started, where the Pilgrims landed. Because it's not that state anymore. I don't think my ancestors who came over on the Mayflower would even recognize it now. Everything's been replaced by tar and cement. No one was as eager as me to work during COVID. I wanted and needed savings. Things eventually settled down, and after 4 years I managed to save up enough to afford a place in Oipe, New Hampshire.